And the Beanstalk story. Long time ago, there lived a poor lady. She lived in a small house with a son named Jack. Jack was a lazy little boy and never lent his hand in any work. One day, the old cow they had stopped giving milk. So, Jack's mother decided that it is time to sell off the cow to earn some money in return. Take our cow to the market and sell it for a good price. She instructed Jack, who left immediately. Lazy Jack hadn't walked too far when he already felt reluctant to go any further. It was there that he met an old man. "Where are you going, little boy?" the man asked. "I am going to the market to sell this cow," Jack told him. The man took out a piece of cloth from his pocket and opened it to reveal 5 beans from it. He said to Jack, "Why walk so far till the market? I can take the cow off your hands, and in exchange you can have these beans." Jack was happy with the chance to return home right then, but he was curious about this deal. "Just 5 beans for a cow?" Jack asked. "Well, these are not any regular beans. These are the magic beans," the man said, as he saw the glow in Jack's eyes, and thus they closed the deal. Jack returned home happy and excited to show his mother what a fantastic deal he had. However, Jack's mother was furious at him for being so lazy. "How can you be so stupid? Now, where will we get money to buy food? How are we going to survive on just 5 beans?" And she scolded him. She threw the useless beans out of the bedroom window and made him go to bed without supper. Next morning, when Jack woke up, he couldn't recognize what he saw outside his window. A very tall beanstalk had grown, reaching up the sky, disappearing among the clouds. Jack was so excited to see this. He immediately jumped outside the window and started climbing up the beanstalk. As he kept climbing up, he rose higher than all the house, crossed all the treetops, reached higher than the clouds, and saw clear blue sky ahead. He noticed a straight white road and started walking up to it. After such a long climb and walk, Jack was started to get a bit hungry. He looked out for something that he could eat. Just then he saw a large castle inside. He went running up to the castle door and greeting the large lady guarding it. "Good morning," he wished her politely. "May I have something to eat for breakfast?" he asked her. The large woman looked at him and replied, "Run away as fast as you can, unless you want to become breakfast. My husband is a giant ogre, and he likes nothing better than fried little boys for breakfast," she said. Jack was very scared, but the poor little boy was too hungry as he hadn't any dinner in the previous night. He pleaded with the ogre's voice and asked her to hide him from her husband. The lady kindly helped out Jack and looked him in. She gave him some milk and bread and asked him to hurry up and finish. But just as Jack was about to finish eating, he heard a loud sound. It was Ogre, who had returned home. His wife was worried about Jack, so she quickly hid him in the oven. As the ogre entered the castle, he looked around suspiciously. He shouted, "Fiom, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I am grinned his bones to make my bread." The ogre's wife covered up, saying, "Oh, come on, you are always smelling Englishmen. Now come and eat your breakfast," she said. As she laid out his breakfast, Jack peeked out from his hiding place to see Ogre busy eating his breakfast. After he was done, the ogre said to his wife, "Bring me the bag of gold coins." The ogre counted his gold coins, kept the bag aside, and went off to sleep. Jack quietly crept out of the hiding spot and started heading out of the door. But just before leaving, he swiftly grabbed the bag of gold coins and made to run for it. He ran fast and fast and climbed down the beanstalk and reached back home. "Mother, look at this. See what I have brought," Jack said excitedly as he gave the coin back to his mother. This out to help them come out of their poverty. Now they had enough money to buy food and everything else they needed. Soon the money Jack had brought started depleting and the family didn't have any other source of income. So Jack climbed the beanstalk once again, but this time in a different disguise. He went to the ogre's house again and asked his wife for food. But while he was eating, the ogre returned. Jack leapt up in fright and went and hid under the bed. The ogre howled, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I will grind his bones and make my bread. The wife said, There is no boy in here. Just eat your food and go to sleep. The ogre ate his food and went to his room. There he took out a hen and shouted, Lay! Obeying the ogre, the hen laid a golden egg. When the ogre fell asleep, Jack stole the hen and climbed down the beanstalk. Look, mother, I have got you a hen that laid golden eggs. Jack said, as his mother became was very happy. Now they had a hen that laid a golden egg every day. But Jack was still curious about what more he could get from the ogre's house. So after some days, he once again climbed the beanstalk and went to the ogre's castle. This time, in a yet new disguise, Jack asked the ogre's wife for some food. And while he was eating, Ogre came home. I smell the blood of an Englishman, be he alive or be he dead. I will grind his bone and make my bread. The ogre shouted, Don't be silly, there is no boy in here, said his wife. The giant quietly finished his food and took out the magical harp that could play musical sounds. Listening to the songs, the ogre fell asleep. Jack saw this opportunity and grabbed the harp and started running away. Suddenly, the magic harp cried, Help, master, a boy is stealing me. The ogre woke up and saw Jack with the harp. Furious, he ran after Jack, threatening to kill him and make him the next meal. Jack ran down the beanstalk and reached the home. The ogre followed him all the way down. Jack saw his house within sight and shouted loudly, Mother, help! Bring out the axe quickly. Worried, his mother ran out, bringing the axe with her. Jack took the axe from her hand and began to chop off the beanstalk. The ogre fell off and died. While the magic beanstalk that led to the ogre's castle was gone, Jack and his mother now had the magic harp and the hen that laid golden eggs. They became very rich and they lived happily ever after.